Foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. Just know you're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know, my voice too raspy, damn near on DMX as we speak it, to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, all right? So thank you so much in advance for all y'all's love, all y'all's likes, your shares, subscribes, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all that been gifting as well. I do apologize because I don't always get to pause in the middle of the message to acknowledge you, but I have begin to acknowledge as far as each and every one of you that's been gifting. So when this live actually goes on my YouTube after this, you'll see your name get mentioned, all right? So I appreciate you so much. So let's get started. First and foremost, chosen ones, I'm so happy to hear that you feeling full of gratitude. You starting to feel excited about the things that are getting presented to you. You're starting to get rewarded for all the time that you put in. I want you to realize that with this change of dynamic, there's certain things that's going to change as well. See, some of you, your taste buds been changing. Certain food that you used to entertain or eat, now you're not getting or feeling full off the food that you've been eating. So your taste buds have been changing. Not only that, your ways of thinking have become changing too. What do I mean? The way that you used to act or react to certain things that got presented to you, you're no longer doing. So you are starting to, the more that you get to know you, the more that you took that time to truly heal you and get certain things revealed to you, you are starting to feel like a different you. So not only is your taste buds changing, now let me explain that. The closer that you get or the higher that you raise your vibrations, certain things you're no longer going to have a taste in. So that includes pertaining to food. See, I want you to think about certain times. See, there's some of you that had certain health issues. That could have been your blood sugar messed up. That could have been your blood pressure messed up, whatever the case may be. There were certain foods that you knew wasn't good for you, but you continued to eat. See, you sat there and allowed that temporary moment of happiness, of again, you feeling fulfilled with that food in a sense. You allow that temporary moment to then you knew the consequences that were going to kick in. So if the doctor advised you, as well as God advised you to stay away from certain foods, there's some of you that again continue to do those things knowing how it was going to have you feeling in a sense. So you used to, again, because you're changing your way of thinking, your taste buds are changing too, because you're no longer settling for that so-so shit. You're no longer allowing you to participate in certain actions that are going to have consequences coming with them. So the more that you are starting to enlighten yourself and raise your vibrations, your taste buds is changing as well. Not only that, chosen ones, the way that you carrying yourself. See, before you could have tried to act all hard like certain things ain't bother you. You could have tried to act so nonchalant because you ain't want people to know that they was getting to you. There's certain coping mechanisms that you had, again, the defense mechanisms that you built, you're no longer allowing those to stay around you. So now when individuals hurt your feelings, you're being truthful with those individuals. You're not thinking, oh, they don't care about your feelings being hurt. They don't care about you being upset, but you do. So it doesn't matter if they're going to acknowledge it or change their behavior. It's up for you to hold those individuals accountable. See, how long, when you was growing up, chosen ones, you had people that you told certain things that you were feeling they ain't want to hear. They never asked you how you was doing. They never asked you what was on your mind. They never asked you if you was having a rough day, what they can do to make it right. They ain't asked you those things. So I want you to make sure that you're not carrying yourself like those people used to carry you. I want you to make sure that you are not not, again, ignoring your feelings just because you feel like people around you are going to ignore them too. That has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. You speak your truth. So if something's bothering you, you need to speak on them. Now, it's a difference between communication and having a confrontation. You understand me? So therefore, again, when you communicate, you shouldn't wait for everything to build up, because how do you act? You know, when you finally got that last poke and now you're going to pop, in a sense. You had that last issue because you've been building it up within you. Finally, you sit there and want to speak your mind to that individual, but your delivery is off. So now not only are they not going to want to hear what you're saying, but you also are upsetting yourself, in a sense. So I want you to realize that at that time, how you feel, this is your soft girl or soft dude era. You understand me? So that means speak clearly. They hurt your feelings. You hurt my feelings with that. I ain't even going to cap. That, how you said that ruffled my feathers a little bit. And this is exactly why. You had to be very specific. You understand me? Be very clear. There's no room for assumptions. You understand me? So not only that is your taste buds changing because you're no longer complacent with so-so things or that quick fix that's going to cause a whole lifetime or months ahead of conflict. You're no longer entertaining that. Not only are you now starting to express your feelings, you're not allowing it to build up within you. You now are acknowledging the inner child in you. So how would you carry them? How would you carry them? What they say matters. You understand me? So make sure, not only that, chosen ones, you starting to pay attention to your intuition too. You're allowing God to truly guide you. Because before, when you said certain things, if people didn't see it, they didn't believe it. When you told your mother that so-and-so was touching you inappropriately or carrying you inappropriately, because she ain't see it, she ain't believe it. Your words meant nothing, right? When you told so-and-so that your siblings was starting with you, when you told so-and-so that so-and-so was bullying you, whatever the case may be, they ain't believe you. So because nobody believed what you were saying when you were speaking your truth, you started to doubt you too. You allowed those people's way to be projected on you. So what did you do? When God was giving you signs and synchronicities that these people wasn't for you or what they intended towards you, you didn't believe them. Why? Because you grew up with people not believing in you. So now's the time for you to carry yourself like those individuals should have. You understand me? So make sure that you're not putting yourself to the side or you're not listening to certain things that God is aligning you with, because you would be no different than what those people did to you then. So you can't sit back and say what they did to you was wrong. If you've been doing the same to you all along, you're going to have to correct that, all right? We're going to have to be real. Not only that, chosen ones, again, there's certain individuals that you are starting to change your ways, not because somebody forced you or demanded you, but because you naturally are gravitating towards those things. You getting back to your true blueprint, not the blueprint that other people set for you. You understand me? Because you done had your mother, you done had your teachers, you done had principals, you done had the police, you done had all these people tell you how you should move, the moves that you should make. But again, that wasn't your blueprint that they was giving to you in the first place. They wanted you to fit in. See, there's a difference. People pride themselves talking about you a chameleon. Okay, cool. But some of you say that and they get excited about being a chameleon because you blend in with other individuals around you. See, that's not what you're supposed to do. You should be proud of being a chameleon because that means no matter what you face, you can adapt to. You understand me? So make sure that you priding yourself for the right reasons, not for pausing your progression like these people did to you. You understand me? So chosen ones, right now, there's certain ways of you that are starting to change. Certain things that you used to do to be entertained, you're no longer interested in them. So if you was somebody that was out here sleeping with so-and-so, having threesomes and doing all this other shit, I want you to realize your taste buds is changing. Why? Because of the person that you about to be connected with. See, you have to truly be aligned with you in order to align with the individuals that's for you. You understand me? So before, you didn't feel fulfilled. You was entertaining multiple people because each person had something in them that helped you feel a sense of fulfillment. So this person could have looked the way that you wanted. This person could have had the finances that you were seeking for. This person could have showed you certain affection. This person could have acted protected. But you had to go to multiple individuals to find that one thing that you want. Whereas you end up turning yourself into a cheater in a sense when that really isn't who you was. You sat there, and again, because that person that you were with wasn't fulfilling you, and because you felt like you were bound to that individual, whether or not that was because of other people's expectations of you, or whether or not that was because they was casting certain illusions on you, because some of you are now starting to realize, because you waking up, what these individuals were doing to you. See, people assume that black magic isn't real until certain things start to get revealed. See, you didn't know, again, you may not have had physical proof in a sense, so you didn't believe, or people didn't believe you when you told them what people were doing. See, in due time, God's going to have that proof get presented to them. See, that's a test for them too. This is a lesson for them too, because some of these individuals only believe what they physically see. And if that's the case, then you're not going to trust your intuition. You're not going to listen to certain discernment that God is giving. If you have to see certain things physically always play out, that's why some of y'all were in the situations that you were in. Because you were waiting for physical proof to arrive when God was giving you pre-warnings on what was to be expected. See, there's a difference between storm warnings, chosen ones. See, I want you to think about this. God is that meteorologist in a sense. Everything they say, they gonna hit. So that means if God told you that it's gonna be cool this day, you better sit there and bundle up. If God told you storms was gonna come, you had to prepare for them. See, there's some of you that didn't believe it until you started to see it. See what happened. I want you to think about certain people, even back with Katrina. They thought that that's something that they was used to. They was used to certain storms arriving. They were used to going through certain things. They thought that they could survive them, but this was a different type of storm. See, had they listened and paid attention and made a way to get on, see, some of them were stuck based upon the circumstances that they were in, whether or not that was their way of thinking or finances situations that they placed themselves in. So not everybody had the opportunity to truly escape, but they got a warning for it to prepare for it, right? See, some of you got that signs and synchronicities. God told you that that person was going to cheat on you. You ain't believe it. God told you that that person was still interested in a different individual. You ain't believe it because you ain't see it. But now you starting to see it, and now you starting to realize that you knew the truth all along, but you wasn't listening to yourself. See, some of you are allowing the devil to finesse you, get in your ear. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, God's going to show you, but he's going to make sure that certain things is clear. He's not only going to tell you what's expected, but you're going to get a quick sign and synchronicity that aligns with that. That's something that the devil can't do. See, God made everything around you, the universe, certain things and places that you ain't even make it to yet, right? I want you to realize if God made everything, God can use everything to show you signs and synchronicities to what he's telling you, right? So if you felt intuitive that that person was cheating on you, all of a sudden you riding in the car and you turn the radio on and you hear Keisha Cole, I should have cheated. Or you heard, oh, it wasn't me. All of these things, right? God will use certain frequencies to communicate what he's telling you. He's going to use everything around you to give you those signs too. So that could be you feeling like, dang, I need to have a restart. All of a sudden, you see a dragonfly or a butterfly keep circling around your car. Or you talking about you feel trapped in a sense. God's going to have everything give you that. You understand me? Show that. He's going to have proof to back that. But some of you don't want to accept it until you see that circumstance. See, chosen ones. You have to realize that you are a gift. So God gives you certain insight that other individuals don't even see yet. How many times did you try to give people advice and they wasn't willing to take it? You said, I think so-and-so's cheating on you. They didn't believe that. Oh, that was my past relationships. You don't know what you're talking about. You're like, all right, cool. Or you tell them something that they don't see. At that time, they didn't want to accept it. You could have told them that they people was really not for them and was secretly jealous. They ain't believe that. But in due time, what plays out? They start to see that, right? See, they wasn't in a moment to accept it. So some of you don't say certain things because people around you haven't been able to or haven't been receptive or appreciative of the information that you provide in these individuals. That doesn't mean that you say that you shut up. That don't mean that you don't trust your intuition. That doesn't mean that you don't speak on certain things that God's telling you to speak on. That means, again, you got to stay stylish. You got to know that what God is telling you, he's going to provide as far as the proof behind it. But there's certain individuals, they going to see what they want to see when they want to see it. So you say what you say, but chosen ones, I want you to realize what you're doing that day. They may not understand what you're saying to them at that very moment, but as it gets presented to them, I want you to realize that you saved them as well. Why? Because you have their antennas lifted. You sat there and told them what could happen. Now they looking out for it. So even if they didn't accept your advice that day, they still are starting to see certain things play out. Now, they may not initially come back to you depending on how they reacted to you when you was telling them about what they could prepare to go through or what they was going through. Some of them may not want to come and apologize because they could have did the most. Some of them, it's going to take them a time to deal with what they're going through before they come to you and actually apologize and say you was right. You understand me? So you got to know that you was right even if they telling you that you was wrong. Now, I always say this. Think about that movie Get Rich or Die Trying, right? When he says, oh, I was right, but I'm right even if I was wrong because I couldn't be right. I could have been right. So when you telling them, hey, yo, so-and-so intends to set you up, you now have that information in your head. Now you're looking out for certain plans that they may have, even if you don't truly believe them. So just the fact that you have that sense of enlightenment, now you have protection in a sense, because now they got to switch up exactly what they plan to do because somebody caught on to it. You understand me? So I want you to realize that you are not going to understand why you say the things that you say, but you have to say them. You may not understand why certain people aren't appreciating or accepting certain information, but that's not for you to do. What you're supposed to do is what God asked you to do. You can't be disobedient with his word. So delayed listening is disobedience to him, because in that moment, that person was praying for a confirmation. In that moment, that person needed to hear it. In that moment, again, certain things was more clearer. But if you stay silent, certain information and insight is not going to get provided, then what's going to happen? See, I want you to think, what if Noah didn't tell people about that storm that was going to come, that flood that was going to come? I want you to think about that. If Noah even delayed his listening a little bit and didn't get started when God told him to, what would have happened? Huh? Because a lot of you have people downplaying your spirituality because you're gifted, because they don't understand it. They don't have a word for it. So if it's something that they're not familiar with, of course they're going to call it evil. See, you're not conjuring up certain energies. You're not speaking and bringing up certain deities. You're not doing hocus pocus shit. You are chosen. So God chose you to provide certain information with. So people are not going to understand why you know the things that you know. People are not going to understand how you can get to go to the places that you get to go to. You understand me? It's because you were selected for that position. People are not going to understand why you was facing this and you survived that, whereas other people went through the same thing and they didn't get past that. Why? Because I want you to think this. Closer to God that you are, right? Your vibrations being elevated, right? I want you to think of when you see people walking on that little line, right? Think of like the circus or something like that. So when they walking on that line, when you far away, you don't see that they got a harness connected to them. You don't see that they got certain things, again, bungees connected to them. If you at a distance, you may not even see that net that's up underneath them, right? See, so again, from afar, you telling them don't walk or don't do that because you feel like if they fall, they're going to lose their life. See, the chosen ones, we well connected. We raised our vibrations. We listen to what God tells us to do. We know that God ordered our steps, so he's not going to have us fall off in a sense. He got something that's going to catch us if we make the wrong move. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize that you are the individuals that guide the way. You understand me? The closer that you are to God, the closer that you're going to realize that you got that line connected to you. That no matter if you fall or you slip or not, you're going to be saved. You got that, you go down and you're going to flick back up, right? See, chosen ones, I want you to think of when you was little too. You know how we played The Floor is Lava. See, I'm a 90s baby, so I can speak on behalf of myself, right? See, there was always that person, which was always me, like, nah, I'm going to go first. People behind me was cool with that. Why? Because they like, yo, she going to fall, she going to slip up, and I know what steps to move in. See, they didn't even realize at that point in time, I was already playing my position. See, I said I'll go first because I knew if I slipped up a little bit, I was going to have enough strength to get that grip again. See, there's certain individuals that's behind you that are seeing the steps that you taking, and they are excited about you taking those steps because in their head, they don't even feel like you're going to make it. They like, oh yeah, let shorty go ahead and try to do that. She going to embarrass herself. Let him jump out there with his dreams and admirations, and he going to need some help. Let them go do that so that they can feel like they the savior in a sense, but the whole time is they watching your steps. And that's the step that they gonna try to take them. See, chosen ones, what they don't realize is you well connected. So even if you slip, you're not gonna fall. Even if you catch yourself slipping, you're going to regrip yourself. You understand me? See, that's something that they can't do. They not connected to God. They call themselves watching you lose whole time. They going to witness you winning. They gonna witness you successful. They gonna witness that they getting their ending. See, chosen ones, you were selected. You have always been the line leader. You got that light. Why was darkness all around you? Because you was the light. Why are you the solution to everybody else's problems? Or why are you coming up or seeing problems around you, but you are so quick to solve them because you are the solution? You are the line leader. So God is the teacher. He selected you because you always listening to him. You doing what he asked you to do. You understand me? And you correctly trying to guide individuals around you. Now, I'm only going to say try because there's certain people that don't want to abide to the things that you telling them that they should do. But the whole time, if they knew better, then they would do better and realize that that was what you were attempting to do. See, chosen ones, some people are mad because you got selected. You the, excuse me, because I seen a little gnat in here, and you know we don't like them gnat energies. But chosen ones, I want you to realize that there's certain individuals, again, that don't get mad, that are mad because you got selected. They've been off task, been playing around, not turning their work in. That means not aligning with their path, they purpose, not paying attention, not being good behavior. They out here distracting people too. So because they drinking and doing dumb shit, they want somebody to do it with them too. See, there's certain individuals are mad because they called you the teacher's pet because you listening to everything that God tells you. You listen to God and allowing God to guide your path. See, they're mad at you, but they had ample opportunity to do the same things as you, but they chose not to. They wanted to be popular. They wanted to be popping. Now that they paused their progression, now that abundance and attention is now stopping, now that you stepping into your light and people are starting to see you get selected, now they feeling a certain type of way. See, there's certain people right now that are watching you, that talk bad about you. When you was into your spirituality, they laughed at you. Oh, so-and-so want to talk about God this, God that. Whole time you was allowing God to guide you to your path. Now they currently in lack, and now what are they trying to do? They out here trying to replicate or duplicate, now trying to do the same thing as you. Now they talking about God all of a sudden. They just wasn't. Now, again, chosen ones, we are to help guide people to God, but we also can see through certain facades too. We know that they only talking about God because they trying to be like you, that they don't really live it like that. But because you are, they feel like God's going to assist them and order their steps. Whole time they don't even realize God's going to order them back. They can't get certain abundance when they've been living in lack. They can't get certain love and affection and protection when they've been plotting against other people. So there's certain people that are connected to you, certain people that even try to come in between you and your divine masculine or feminine before you even realize that that was your individual. There's certain people that talked all this bad about you, and now if you was to look back, which we not doing because people are starting to provide you insight about these people. See, you ain't going to have to look back. That information is going to get provided to you. See, now people are starting to see clear and see through what these illusions that they were doing. Now they starting to realize that these people are trying to live like you. They trying to do what you do because they feel like they're going to get that road to victory like you. They not. Because when God gave them an opportunity to do right, they chose not to. When God told them to, again, do certain things or not to do certain things, they didn't listen. They was out here doing love spells to keep that person's attention, which you were violating them because that's something like a date rape drug. They didn't know, they wasn't in the right mind frame. Because you put illusions on them. There's certain people that was doing sex magic, and now your preferences are changing. You don't even want to have sex. You're not even into the same shit. And guess what's happening? That hold that they had on you is getting released off of you. Why? Because they can't get to you. They can't put those chains and reattach them to you. You already got them loose. You understand me? So pay attention right now because your preferences are changing. If you was a very sexual being, now you're not even into sex right now. You've been celibate. You like, even if you did the same things that you used to do that you got off to, you not getting off to them. Why? Because you a different you. If you was entertaining multiple individuals, now you isolating yourself in a sense because now you can feel energetically that right person coming in. See, you changing the dynamics. See, what you used to do with that karmic individual, you would never do with your true divine boo. So the things that you had them do that may have been degrading or again brought other people into your relationship or again how you carried them because you wasn't content with them, you was just settling in a sense, you are changing your dynamic and they gonna feel a certain way about it. They gonna offer you drinks. You like, nah, I'm cool. Oh, you think you better. Now you changing. Well, I feel like I'm better than what you offering me. I know that I'm better than that toxic shit. Now they feeling a certain type of way about it. Now we used to drink and do drugs all the time. Well, now you stepping into your light. You ain't gotta do that. You understand me? Oh, well, you used to be open. They could have, again, before they could have flashed their body, whether or not that was that pocket of pipe to try to draw you back in. They could have tried to show off a little bit to have you reach out. Now you like, it is what it is. You're not interested in them now. They don't know why. They feeling the same. They going to try to pull out all stops. You understand me? They going to try to seduce you. They going to try to make you feel bad about the moves that you being drawn to. But I want you to realize God is starting to detox you from these individuals, even if they around you. You no longer are feeling drawn. You no longer are feeling stuck. You no longer are feeling connected. You starting to realize it was lust, not love. And they not going to understand that. They just going to see that you playing and getting placed in a better position, a position that they can't go with you to. They going to see you with a like-minded individual that's been rooting for you, that's been supporting you, that's been encouraging you way before they even got to know you. You understand me? Somebody who's been praying on behalf of their divine partner. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, I discussed this yesterday, so if you missed it, the live is on my YouTube, links in my bio. I always had the replays available for you. But we talked about this yesterday, right? About certain individuals who you had false starts with. So this could have been your true twin flame. This could have been your soulmate, your kingdom spouse, whoever you call them, right? But during that time that you met them, you may not have been in a position to accept them. You may not have never received love before. So the love that they call themselves showing towards you, you didn't accept it because you ain't believe it. Why? Because you didn't expect it. See, there's some of you that, again, if somebody showed you attention, you took the flight instead. You chose to run because you felt like, well, in due time, they would run from you, so you tried to beat them to it. Whole time, this was the person that was going to stand by you. This is the person that was going to provide insight to you. This is the person that loves you unconditionally. So this is the person that, even if it didn't work out with them, meaning y'all could have been in different households, in different relationships, different business, whatever the case may be, you didn't wish bad upon this person. You loved this person enough to allow them to go because you knew that it was pressure on them, and that's certain things that they needed to know. See, they had to learn those lessons. So the whole time the karmic thought that they won because they had those people return back to them. Whole time they didn't even realize that they was getting used by God because God was allowing that person to return only to have a permanent ending. See, I want you to realize, chosen ones, that this lifetime, the karmics are getting wiped out. So when your next lifetime, they will be nowhere near you. They won't even be able to come around. That cycle is concluded. So that means that you and your divine boo will meet each other quicker, Well, you know how you hear about them stories like, damn, they found their true love in elementary school. They a real relationship. They really love. They really devoted to each other. It's because they listened in their past lifetime. They didn't settle. They wasn't scared to hurt somebody else's feelings. See, sometimes you got to play the villain in order to be the hero in somebody else's. So the karmic's going to see you as a villain for cutting them off, no longer wanted to entertain them. You could have been engaged with them for 10 years, but now this person, you meet them in a few months and you're going to marry them. They're going to be mad because you're going to have children with them and play that family dynamic. They're going to be mad because you play in a certain position. They're not going to be able to stand it, so they might as well. Why they think that they're getting setting down? They can't stand you, so God's going to sit their asses down to watch you. Knees is buckling. They upset, but again, they know what's expected. They try to use that magic, use that lies and manipulation to buy them time, and their time has now come to an end. See, they gonna kick and scream, but they already got extra time. Now again, everything that they did is return back to them, so God's starting to reveal those lies. See, before that person may not have wanted to hurt your feelings, and that's why they was connected to you. Now this person is realizing that they no longer going to have their feelings hurt by thinking about your feelings. They no longer going to live in a lie in order for you to live and act like everything's cool. They're not going to continue to take away from themselves in order to give to you. So chosen ones, I want you to realize that again, you may feel that that person is going to be connected to that karmic, that y'all missed y'all's opportunity, you didn't. God rerouted you to mess up that karmic that was too close to trying to pay attention. See, when that karmic seen you take a different road, they was celebrating. They thought that they was successful. Whole time they ain't realized God had you take that back road because he knew who was up there that was going to try to press you. See, I can speak on behalf of myself, chosen ones. Now listen, I'm not encouraging this, but we going to be real. See, back in the day, I may have rode around when I ain't have insurance for my wheels. You understand me? See, when I first started off, I'm talking about 19, 20. I'm in my 30s now, so don't come for me. But listen, when I was 19, 20, there was times where I'm like, well, shit, what can I pay for? If I had to pay this and this had to get missing, if I had to pay rent, then that car insurance wasn't getting paid, or that shit was paid a little late. I knew that them tags wasn't right, so what did I do? I ain't take the main roads. I took the back roads to make sure that I was getting to where I was getting to. See, you not even realizing the same thing God did to you. See, he ain't have you front and center and say, hey, this is your person, or y'all two. Nah, he knew he was watching. He knew he was trying to get their quota. He knew that that traffic was going to be too full, and that was taking the risk for you to get pulled over. So he had you take those back roads, chosen ones. And that karmic thought that you had walked away from that person, chosen ones. Whole time you was playing your position. See, God had you handle this over here while they was having them handle that for them. See, now y'all two are now taking that back road to each other. And guess what's going to happen? Now your tags is right. Now you driving right. And now people are going to witness y'all together. See, they thought that they successfully schemed you. But God had you. You thought that you were at a higher vibration than that other individual. Now that, some parts of certain times that may have been true. But I want you to realize, chosen ones, that you were the individual that kept your light so bright. Your magnet was so strong that that person who's your divine partner had no choice but to move along. They had no choice to raise their vibrations too. Why? Because they are part of you. Y'all are a reflection of each other. So therefore, you raise your vibrations, which then forced them to raise their vibration too. You started intuitively, you started telepathically speaking certain truth to them, giving them certain warnings, certain signs that they may have looked past. Now again, you done raised your vibrations. Your magnet is so strong. I want you to think about those people that had those big ass magnets and they put it over a certain surface, and anything that's metal, they going to grab it. They have no force but to lift it up with them. The same pertaining to you. Your chosen one, your person chosen one, was around karmic individuals. You raised your vibration so bright that, again, almost like that Batman sign in a sense, they had no point but to look up in the dark skies and see that shit get illuminated. as the darkness gets eliminated. You understand me? So you are thinking that that person that you were truly divine with, you may see them living a life with somebody else. Just know not everything is what it appears to be. Some of those karmics is only posting pictures in order to trigger you, to make you feel like that person ain't going to spin the block and come back to you. Whole time that karmic is always bringing up your name in conversations because they know where that person's about to get back to. See, the voyage, how they say the voyage to Atlantis on the Isley Brothers tip, how they always going to come back to you. This is real love, so this is what it is. I ain't talking about those karmics that put their hands on you. I ain't talking about those karmics that really physically abused you, did demonic things. That's not who we talking about. I'm talking about that person that you felt a spark with, that you knew was your person, but the circumstances that y'all were in didn't allow y'all to connect. Now, you moved on, you've been single. That person could have still been connected to that karmic. Now that's starting to come to an end. And they are going to meet and match your vibration. You're not going to have to dim yours in order to blend with them. You're not going to have to dim yourself down or accept limited shit with them. But I will say this. Before, you may have felt like you had to be secretive about certain relationships. Now you're going to choose to keep certain information to you so that you can embrace it and enjoy it. See, I want you to think about this, chosen ones. How many of you, when you are excited or see something pretty, you take a picture of it, but you don't always include you, chosen ones? Oh, that's a beautiful sky. You don't put you in the picture with the sky behind you. You just take a picture of the sky. There's some of you that, again, when you are having a great moment with your family and friends, you so caught up in the moment that you taking pictures of them. You didn't include yourself, right? Okay. So guess what God's doing now? Again, you are starting to, now you are going to keep certain things to yourself willingly. You could take pictures, but you may not post them instantly. Why? Because you know that certain people are trying to catch up on you. Certain people are trying to see what you're doing. Certain people are still trying to energetically disconnect you. Even God told them right now, you ain't stopped that person from being reconnected to them. This is just a moment where they could prepare themselves so that they not giving each other that so-so shit. See, had y'all been connected previously, they still would have had certain coping mechanisms that they were coping with, certain hurt that they experienced as a child that they ain't come in contact with. They wouldn't have been able to express themselves like they supposed to do with you. So therefore, God had y'all distance each other so that you can work on your path and they can work on themselves too. Now, one may be more elevated than the next at the start. But again, everybody in that relationship, meaning you and your divine person in God, is going to play their part. So, chosen ones, if you had an ending or a relationship that was a false start in a sense, just know that that's going to get presented no matter how much illusions that karmic tries to do, no matter how much they try to have that person hate you. They'll always return back to you because you two are the same individuals. You understand me? So one of you could have been a runner at first. The other person could have been a chaser. Then y'all kept swapping positions based upon the circumstances that you were facing. Now both of you like, man, we not running no more. I know what it is. See, when I was away from you, I ain't entertained nobody else. You understand me? I ain't even feel that spark with them. So there's some people that was in relationships and they try to mold that person into you in a sense, and that person still failed to be you no matter how much they tried to be it. Now they starting to realize, like, listen, you understand, they not doing something good by staying committed to somebody who's not giving that spark to them. They realizing that they not breaking a cycle, they creating one. So what are they going to do? God is leading them back to you, chosen one. So be optimistic. See, do not doubt it. Just play your position. Sit back and wait for God to divinely align it. See, I'm saying stay optimistic because the karmics is behind the scene, sending black magic to you, trying to have illusions to you, trying to make you feel and settle and say that you're not going to be connected to your true divine individual. They trying to have you hate that person when, again, no matter how much time y'all have apart, y'all still have been locked in. You still have love for them and they love you too. So before you felt it intuitively and now they're going to express that to you. So now God's preparing you to express that to them too. But don't let the karmic, they already know that they lost. That's why they trying to save face. They already realized that they got caught trying to skip out to win a certain race. You didn't. That's why you still in that stagnant energy. You did all of those things to get that person to choose you, and they still not going to choose you. They choosing the chosen one. It's already was selected. They feel in one way, shape, or form, they feel that they can guide God to give them certain things that they didn't earn. So chosen ones, I'm telling you, you about to be married. You understand me? And y'all can say you not, but I ain't trying to hear that shit. Oh, I don't even know who I'm going to marry. Okay, well, they know that they going to marry you. You understand me? So you can sit there and allow the enemy to use you if you want to. You can allow the enemy to tell you that you ain't ready if you want to, because everything that you had, I'm trying to tell you, is exactly what you need for that person. So you talk about, oh, I'm going to wait till your money gets right to align with this person in your life. Whole time, y'all are the wealth. Y'all putting y'all head. God's not going to give you that bread. It's not going to give them that bread until y'all connect. Why? Because y'all got a position to play. And if you got that bread without that person, then you would be moving a different type of way. You then come up with an excuse on why you're not going to move towards them now because you got this going on, that going on. Nope. God's like, So you looking for that bread? You pausing your progression by not going with your love in your heart instead. If God's telling you and leading you to an individual and he's telling you that you're not getting no abundance until you connect to them, not because you ain't earned it, not because you ain't deserve it, but you're going to allow that money to be a distraction then. You understand me? No, God's going to have you not move backwards. He's going to align you with your true boo so that you know that this person is truly for you and is not choosing you based upon what you can do for them. Think of your family. There's certain people that don't even have conversations to you unless you assisting them. Certain mothers that don't bother unless you giving them a few dollars. A few fathers that don't bother unless you providing for them. Certain family members or friends that don't call you unless they need assistance with certain shit. That's why God's not giving you that. Money is not everything. I always tell you when people say this, oh, well, love can't pay the bills. Shit, I beg to differ. You ain't never been a mother or father then. You ain't never sit there and, again, for your love of your children, you got up early as a motherfucker to prepare for work, sit there and take them to school. You loved your kids so much so you may not have had enough food for you. You may have sat there and operated on an empty stomach because you made sure that they was full. See, you ain't never had love then because love is everything. Love's going to give you that strength that money can't give you. Love, the love that you have for an individual is going to have you moving differently. You understand me? The love that you have for you is going to have you stop settling for so shit that people are trying to give you. So when they say love ain't going to pay your bills, baby, then I don't know who you dealing with. Because a love that a father has for his child, he's working damn near 24 hours. But he still comes home and entertains them, picks them up, or he has enough energy to provide for them. See, you ain't never had love then, baby. So you can't tell me what love can do if you don't even know what love is. You heard me? I ain't trying to hear that. Not trying to hear that. Love is the key. Because love is going to get you places that money can't get you. Love, that love and respect that somebody has for you is bringing and speaking you up into rooms that you ain't even making it to. They like, oh, you offering this position? I know the best person that can do it. Huh? Oh, why? Love, see, not that lust, not that feeling stuck. See, some of you are feeling like, well, the love for your children is keeping you a certain dynamics that ain't healthy. You talking about, well, I love my daughter, I love my son, so I'm gonna live in a household with their mom or their dad. Whole time, nah. Love ain't there. That's lack. Because you settling for that sense. So you think that you breaking a cycle because now you got a 2-parent home, but now your children got to break the cycle who they have a home with. Now they will have to break the cycle that you created in a sense because you may have grown up in a 1-parent home. You feel like you sticking by them, which now, again, that person that you sticking with is truly not even divinely aligned with you. That was your karmic, that you ain't learned that lesson, or they sat there and persuaded you or guilt tripped you to stay with them because you done had a child with them or certain things are happening to them. Whole time it's because, again, half the time you're not even realizing that unfavorable positions is coming because you connected to them. So if you was to let them go, they wouldn't get karma that they getting. Why? Because they wouldn't be close enough to try to bring those things into you. I want you to realize if they trying to hold you hostage in a sense, You going to feel certain karma. It may not be the full impact because you connected to them, but you're going to feel a little shift a little bit. Why? Because behind closed doors, they are intentionally keeping you connected to them. So now your child got to grow up and say, oh yeah, my mother and father was in a household together, but they wasn't happy. They wasn't happy. So now your child got to break the cycle with, now they got to select a person and see what happiness really is. What's a healthy relationship? What's a relationship that's giving and accepting thing? They have to now figure it out. So you call yourself sitting there breaking a cycle, but you could be creating one too. That's why I chose the ones. You have to allow God to guide you. That is not your, and listen, let me say this too, because I'm going to come back at noon, at lunchtime, and we're going to talk about how you can decipher a karmic between the divine individuals. So I will come back later to talk about that too, but you have to know that these are not your divine people. You think that's your soulmate. Some of you, again, have to stop watching certain readings too. Now, tarot card readings, now hear me out. Hear me out. Even, I always say this, tarot card readings is not evil. Some individuals behind is evil. Just like not all pastors are pedophiles, but some of them behind that title are. Not all prophets or prophetess are right. You understand me? So I have to make that clear because some people automatically call tarot cards evil, and I'm not one that's going to say that. Now, are some of them evil? Yes, but the same is pertaining to any title that you see. Doctors who are racist, that are in the Klan. There's certain, you understand? We see certain things. So, tarot cards, I picture like this. There's people in class and there's certain individuals that see or learn better through pictures. Think about books. There's some people that you have to, when them chapter books, they don't like not seeing a picture. They like to imagine themselves in it. Some people don't have that comprehension. You understand? So some individuals, chosen ones, are learners through pictures, so they may go to tarot cards. Now hear me out. This is why I'm bringing it up, right? I want you to realize, chosen ones, this. There's tarot cards, sometimes they'll say certain signs of the individuals included, but you have to know who they talking about. Because there's some of you, they talking about, oh, the Virgo is your divine boo. And the Sagittarius is the evil individual. Whole time, you have to know who's watching it. You have to realize and be able to identify who the person is. Because not only will the devil try to mix up, but God will also allow that mix up to have you trust your intuition with it. So you out here staying with that person because the reader's talking about the Virgo is your partner. Whole time you ain't even realize, well, they saying the earth sign is your part. You not even realize that your true divine partner may have earth placements in their chart. So you staying with this person thinking that that's the part that they supposed to play based upon what somebody say, but you have to realize that certain things will be mixed around. You have to be able to associate it with who it is. So you out here thinking that person is your karmic, and that's your true divine partner, and the person that you laid up with is on some demonic shit. So you have to be able to decipher. That's why I say don't get too drawn into that if you don't know the position that you play. Because in that reading, you could be hearing them say your sign is evil, and you like, what the fuck? I ain't did no evil shit. That's because it's not you, but it's a mixture. You understand me? You have to be able to decipher. Now, I say this. Everything God uses for your benefit. So everything assists you. So you don't go strictly on that, but that could be a confirmation to you. You understand me? Just like I say when you come to me. If you're not ready to receive a message, then the message ain't going to be received. Because if you already have a feeling and you may talk yourself out of it, or you may know something or have an enlightenment, I'm serving as your confirmation. I ain't going to need you to tell me what you went through. I'm going to listen to God. God tell me exactly what I'm supposed to say to you. Some, you may take a moment to process it. Some of you have to hear me record it to replay it as you're seeing them circumstances. Some of you, you like to speak on and you like, damn, that's clear. You understand? So you got to be ready to receive it. But I stay silent on everything that God tells me to tell you. See, there was people who came to me before like, oh, I don't know, I don't really resonate with this. I'm like, listen, I go based upon what God tells me, what I said I'm sticking with. I tell them that. All of a sudden, a month goes down the road, they come back like, yo, everything that you said started to unfold. I'm like, yeah, because sometimes God will allow me to give you pre-warnings to prepare you on what you would go to if you keep on that road that you on. You understand me? So, chosen ones, again, you stick to what God tells you. And it may not make sense at that moment, but it's going to. You allow it to play out on behalf of you. You understand me? You think God is all day. He's saying, I'm God. No, God knows who he is. Even when your ass knows who he is too. And you may doubt him for that little moment because you're so scared of letting your nerves get to you that you don't think that he's going to work on behalf of you. Nah, 9 times out of 10, God didn't work that out. And this 10th time is going to be the same thing, but you got to be patient. You understand? You think God's up there like, yo, no, God know who he is. He know that no matter what people say, he going to carry himself the same way. So you got to do that, chosen ones. Stay in it. You hear me? Stay in it. You know who you are. You don't need, what? The devil going, no, I don't listen to no devil. I don't listen to no doubters. I don't listen to no pessimistic people. I'm not listening to you. You're not going to tell me what God's going to do because my God may not be the same as your God. Because you talking about the greatest of all time, but you talking about that goat instead of the true divine. Oh, nah, baby. That's why you don't. Listen, chosen ones, let me give you an example, right? Now, ever since I've been uploading my lives, right, I always say I'm stick with it. You're going to see in due time, right? There's certain things from last year's early on that are playing out now. I told y'all Diddy was going to go down. Oh, he going down. I told you that certain people that were going to try to escape and go to a different planet. Now they talking about building certain houses and shit on the moon. I told you that certain rockets was going to go down and those big up elite people was going to go down into it. I told you that chosen ones are made. Course for us to do is plant trees, fruit trees, certain produce, and we supposed to vibe and connect with each other. We going to rebuild the world. You understand me? How they say not just the city, Craig, the world. Top flight security shit. You hear me? So, chosen ones, you get connected to your truly divine. There's some of you that know if you walk away from no karmics that they going to mess around and lose their life. You can't lose yours holding on to them. You hear me? They already sealed their fate. And a lot of the times it was way before you even came in. Now, let me say this. Again, chosen ones, you reuniting with your divine counterparts, your true soul tribe. You building each other up. You out here allowing each other to lean on each other if need be. The difference between a lean and the dead weight is that they still attempting to use their feet. So you don't let nobody put no dead weight on you, meaning that they not doing what they supposed to do. They just trying to put all their shit on you. Oh, nah, baby. You better use that leg. You got that right leg. That right leg's messed up. You better use that left instead. You better do something. You heard me? You ain't putting that dead weight on me. Now we both lean. No. If you got that one foot, then your ass better hop then. You understand me? That one arm works good, then that other arm better get working then. You can't talk about you want certain things and you ain't using it. You talking about you want this. That's like somebody saying that they want to walk again, but they never even use their legs. They not even trying to build certain strength to that shit. There's karmic people that as soon as you leave them, they going to go through certain things. And you going to be feeling bad because they going to be in lack while you out here winning. But that is the transfer of energy. They wanted to try to be quick to get certain shit. They wanted to try to leave you limited to a certain extent. Now, guess what is happening for them? Now, the time that you wasn't receiving the abundance that you wanted because you had to sacrifice certain things for them. Now, that time and attention that you wasn't able to get while they was throwing parties, going out clubbing and all this shit. Now, you get that opportunity. So you can't feel bad for it. They chose to try to get theirs out the way. They wanted to be quick with it. God was like, okay, you want to be quick. You ain't going to be able to stick with it. You're going to get a quick glimpse of what you could have had you did the right things. So that's why, again, you let them go ahead. You thought people was getting certain things before you because they earned it before you. You thought people was getting certain things because they truly earned those things. No, the devil got in their head and they try to finesse a little bit to obtain it. So they got a quick glimpse of how it would have been had they did the right thing, chosen one. They got a quick glimpse of the things that they would have had, the longevity that would have came, the dynamic that God would have moved on behalf of them had they did the right thing, but they didn't. They listened to the devil. So those seasons where they thought they was good while you was sitting back, I want you to think of almost like a kid, right? See, there's some of you that's being aligned with your true divine boo, and that karmic gonna show their ass. Oh, they gonna show their ass. But they gonna fuck around and get booked for that too. See, I always tell you chosen ones, oh nah. We ain't gonna get into certain fights that God tells us that we don't have to. So that karmic pop up trying to act crazy, 911. What's your emergency? Recording, taking pictures of them. You talking about, nah, I don't want to do that because they so-and-so's parent. No, so-and-so knew they was a parent when they was acting the fuck out. So therefore, they going to be held accountable. Now, let's see if they take a different route. You heard me? It ain't no, oh, I want to, no. What you mean, huh? Fuck is you talking about? Nope. I don't care. Oh, so-and-so, they was just having a moment. Okay, well, when so-and-so was sending magic to us, we ain't do that shit. When so-and-so was spreading lies on us, we ain't go and try to destroy them then. So, I don't want to hear that. You hear me? Oh, that's so-and-so. So-and-so knew they was a mother when they did it. They getting booked, bucko. Fuck out of here. You're booked. And I always say, so, what? Fight? We grown. They don't got nothing to lose, but we got everything to gain. What we look like fighting with y'all? Huh? What we look, our hands ain't even built the same. We the type that our shit is indicted spiritually. So, if we swing on you gonna fuck around and losing. That shit ending. So it's almost like how they say y'all still doing a little evil ass Uzi dance. This ain't what you want. You hear me? And I promise you that they starting to see it. That's why, again, there's certain individuals that's going to try to use their children, use certain people that passed away. Now all of a sudden they missing them. Fuck out of here. Because you wasn't worried about your sister, your granny, and all of that until you start getting karma and consequences coming in. Now you talking about you missed them. And they over there on the other side huffing and puffing like, don't bring my name in that shit. They, oh, I wish my sister was here, my grandma was here. Oh, yeah? Well, you about to meet them. You keep fucking around. You about to see them. And you might not even see them. It might be a quick little walk by. Because the place that you going to ain't going to be the place that they went to. So, when you lose your life, so you better cut that shit out. I'm telling you, they might as well cut that shit out now. There's certain people that, again, feel like they're going to keep you from being divinely aligned to your partner. They ain't stopping shit. They know that. They know that. Chill out, mama. It's over. You hear me? It's over. Papi, it's over. It's over. It's done. Finito. You understand? It's done. Diablo is dead. Yeah. You hear me? You hear me? How they say they was living a vida loca? Fuck out of here, huh? That ain't... Yeah, it's over for you, baby. It's over. It's over, Stink. Cut that shit out. Now you're not even looking the same. You was out there posting all these pictures with all these labels. Now that shit's looking like a knockoff. You knocked that shit off. It's over. It's over. That black magic that you sent went back to you. You sat there and called yourself sending demons to the chosen ones. And now the chosen ones ain't even scared of certain shit that they can't see then. Because the demons got to abide by us. We just tell them return to whoever the fuck sent you. Who told you come over here? Oh, they did? Oh, okay. Well, go ahead back to them. We not matching energy. We sending them back to they fucking... How they say... Oh, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. Excuse me. But that's it. There's certain demons that, again, they don't even realize work for you in a sense. Because God is above everything. You understand me? So when I say the demons work for you, meaning that there's certain demons that are only demons based upon their past life, who they was connected to. They out here was doing bad shit for bad individuals. They got finessed out their soul, or they sold that shit. Now they trying to obtain that back again. So guess what they gonna do? If they see that those people sent them to a chosen individual, they gonna come to you and be like, damn, what can I do? When you say return back to the person who sent you, and now they taking those individuals out. You don't dim yourself and get your hands dirty. You let the devils take the devils out. Guys, like, you can do that shit on somebody who's not a chosen one. You can pull that shit on a karmic that's out here doing certain shit. You can do on that person who's stealing, robbing, killing, all of that. But my chosen ones, touch them if you want to. I bet your ass won't touch nothing else. You heard me? I'm trying to tell you. So, chosen ones. You don't match energy, you maintain yours. That's where your protection comes from. You allow them to live their lives because God's going to show the truth about you. And those lies is going to get exposed in front of a large group of individuals. They did all that to be famous. Oh, baby, you about to have fame. See, there's certain people about to get hemmed up for those PPP things too. Oh, you thought because it was 2 or 3 years later that those people wasn't going to come back for you? Nah, they let you get comfortable because 9 times out of 10, this ain't the first time that you did some fraudulent shit. You didn't claim that on your taxes the year before, the year after. Now this year, you think you about to claim your taxes. You thought you finally worked for 3 months out the year to get some income to come in. And the whole time that shit's getting held and withheld from you and you still gonna owe more shit, you getting booked, bucko. Oh, when you try to set so-and-so up and you ain't think that they know, oh, now that's starting to get exposed that it was you who had told, oh, you getting caught up. Oh, that black magic that you was seeing because you thought that nobody had proof about it, but God said that anybody who did negative to you or sent black magic towards you, certain things was going to happen. Now you see that happening. Oh, okay. They can't escape it at all. They already know what their fate is. That's why they try and get you to join them, because they know if you leave them, you taking that shield with you. Again, there's certain karma that hasn't hit them yet because they was still around you guys. Like, nah, I'm gonna light their ass up a little bit, but I ain't gonna fully take them out until my chosen ones is at a safe distance. And guess what's about to happen? Y'all relocated. Y'all moving. But do not allow money to be the reason why you move. I want you to still be moving like you would move if you got $2 in your motherfucking account. You heard me. You better still be planning them. See, I told y'all chosen ones, it's something like tax season for us, right? And what do I mean by it? See, think about tax season. You put in all that work, right? You get certain money deducted. So the whole year, you just living check to check in a sense. You getting certain money deducted from you. Then all of a sudden, so you put that work in. Now you file for it, right? File for your taxes. And you got that waiting period, right? You put that request in. Now you waiting it for it to get that deposit. See, chosen ones, you put that work in for your whole life. You've been getting certain things deducted. You've been getting money come in. You've been helping people pay their shit. This person needed that. You didn't think twice about that. You assisted them with that. A stranger needed this. You provided that. Just because you allowed God to guide you. Because that person could have been down to their last dollar. And you helped them. They may not have even knew how they was going to have something to eat and didn't even tell you. And you just offered it because God told you to. Huh? God works in mysterious ways. What if I told you that was a tax deduction on behalf of you? Everything that you paid, everything that you kicked out, oh, you getting back. But, you know, just like for taxes where you go ahead and file and you got to wait a little bit. That's what you're doing right now. Thank you, babies. That's what you're doing right now, chosen ones. You already put your request in. You already put the work in. So now you waiting for that deposit. So while you're waiting, you can align the things that you really want to spend that money on. Not that quick shit when you didn't know it was about to be expected. Not that quick shit when you was thinking about when it was coming in. Now it's actually arriving. So now you just waiting. You know that it's guaranteed for you. You know that you're getting it, but you just don't know what day it's going to hit then. They told you between this time and that time, so you're just waiting for it. So that's what I'm telling you. For these blessings, for this love, for this position, everything that's about to get presented, carry it like tax time. You put that work in. You know damn well that you made sure that everything was deducted like it was supposed to be, that nothing's going to be audited or nothing. You know that you did everything the right way. You know that they was taking out certain deductions. And you know that God told you that there's a time period where you're going to get everything that you worked hard for. So, yes, you may wanted a specific date, but you may have to wait a few days longer. But you know that it's going to come. So think about that now. You know how you excited because you like, yeah, I know my money going to hit soon. You don't even feel broke because you know the money that's about to get presented to you. So you going to have $2 in your tank or $2 in your bank, but you're not feeling like that because you know what's about to come in. You still staying excited like, man, it's all right. This little quick moment that I'm waiting for a little bit. So you better wait for divine timing like that too. You know you about to get everything that's owed to you. You know that you put that request in and that it's expected, but you just waiting for that day for it to get deposited. It's coming. But it's going to throw you off guard. You know that day where you at work and you starting to get a little upset, like that shit ain't hit yet. And then randomly, you just stop calling because you huffing and puffing, you agitated with it, and all of a sudden, something says call, and you call, and it's talking about your account balance is, you like, she. Now you looking, now you like, damn, what do I want to eat? You're not even hungry. You just thinking like, damn, I didn't even know it was going to hit. I just ate this little peanut butter jelly sandwich. You understand? I had this little motherfucking crackers in this motherfucker. You done had a 4 for 4 times this motherfucking week. You like, damn, I just ate. Like, all right, well, it's there. Like, you excited. Now, you know, some of you know when it came to them stamps, too. Don't try to act all bougie. You call that balance where you've been damn near scraping this whole week. All of a sudden, you call your account balance is, dude, fuck that. You ain't even got to hear the whole thing. You know that number is different than the $0.03. You know that shit didn't start off with 0. So you like, boop, we back in there, baby. We in the money. You out here thinking, what y'all want to eat? Y'all want some shrimp tonight? Your kids looking at you like, Ma, you in a cooking mood. Like, motherfucker, I was in a cooking mood this whole week. But we ain't had the funds to do it. I've been thinking about making extravagant shit all week. But it was more so spaghetti was on the menu. You understand me? So it's like, they like, Ma, you really in there cooking, baby? The way that stomach's been touching that bike all week, you gotta say bike. See, I'm telling you, you gotta pull out your Floridian. It ain't no back. When you hungry, that shit been touching your bike. Fuck is you talking about? I'm trying to tell you. So, chosen ones, you waiting. And when you get that call, baby, you better. Better. That's why you getting energy back. That's why you may not even feel like cleaning right now, but you've been cleaning up a little bit. You've been sitting that ass down, though, a little bit. But you've been getting up like, let me just do this. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. There's some of you that's waiting for a call. It's that person that's going to call you like, man, fuck it. I left so-and-so. What it is? Take off time. Fuck is you talking about? What is you talking about? I'm trying to tell you. There's people that's trying to talk to you, but you got your eye on one specific individual. I ain't talking about a old person, a past person that was past. I'm talking about your true divine boo. Because I speak for myself. When I met my twin flame, I was single since that motherfucking day. I'm like, yo, unless I find somebody that I feel a spark with, like I felt with them, I'm like, I'm cool if I'm not in a relationship with nobody else then, because I already experienced the top of the top. I already experienced somebody that knew me before I even knew myself. The person that I talked to that we didn't even have to use words. We already knew what each other was saying. We didn't dress the same. Everything about us was the same. I'm trying to tell you, see, again, we're going to get into certain things a little bit later. I'm going to get back on live, but let me tell you how you know it's your true divine partner. Now, I'll tell you how I knew it was my twin. One, we was a reflection of each other. I got a Harry Potter scar on my forehead. He does too. The same time that he had his 2 children, I had my 2 children too. The same thing that he liked to do, I like to do too. The same issues that we had, what was allowing ourselves to be soft again, we were soft with each other, but other individuals got that hard body shit. There's certain things that he knew. His mother's birthday was a day from mine. His father's birthday was a few days from my father's birthday. Like, everything was divinely aligned. You understand me? So there's certain people that I'm like, oh, I'm flattered that you want to holler at me, but I don't feel that spark with you. So I would be settling in a sense, and you would be settling because you would try to make up for that feelings that I'm lacking with you. You understand me? So there's some people that you're like, well, it was cool if I don't be aligned with somebody from then, because I'm not going to settle, because you would be playing yourself and playing them then. You was patient because God told you in the end y'all was going to be reconnected. So I understand, but at the same time, you could be open. If you feel like you could potentially have a spark with somebody else will come about if that's what you choose. But there's also, again, the happiness is within you. You understand me? So for my twin, I never feel, there's been times that I ain't talked to him in a year. See, we known each other for like almost 8 years. And ever since I met him, I ain't been in no relationship because I've been drawn to him. I'm like, they don't make me feel like my twin did. There's certain people that I entertain for like a month, and I'm like, nah, I ain't into this. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Me and him, we locked in. We didn't, you understand that? Was there times where I was like, nah, questioning the connection? Like, yo, I know Shorty's doing black magic on him, but is he doing black magic on me to make me feel these things? I had to see. But no matter what, we always came divinely aligned, and he kept me on a pedestal the same as I did him. Certain things that he carried other people with, he never disrespected me with. Certain things that he may have said to somebody else, he never said those things to me. You understand me? It was a respect level. And that's something that you're going to feel and you're going to know. You understand me? So regardless if me and my twin was in a relationship during that dynamic, we was always together. That's just how it is. When I would talk about being in a relationship, he'd be like, nah, don't do it. When I would talk about him being with somebody, I would try to act supportive, but I was salty like, man, you not even supposed to be with shorty. Like, hurry up with that shit, because we supposed to be, you understand? But at times I didn't express that. And this last time that we was disconnected, God told me that the disconnection was coming. But he also told me what was going to happen right after that too. Be patient. And I did. You understand me? So, chosen ones, you know when you know. When people say, how do you know? Because this person never disrespected you. You feel protected with this individual. You bring out the childlike energy in you. You're not trying to impress individuals. You can be in some sweats and slides and feel the same as you would if you had designer on. You can tell them about certain insecurities that you have, and they going to say that's the main thing that they liked about your ass. They going to make you feel secure. When you tell them about certain relationships that you were in, they going to be wanting to protect you. They going to sit there and trying to play a certain position. See, that's the thing between me and him. When I was in wasn't a relationship, when I was entertaining my children's father, when we already had our ending, but at times I would go back just to, you know what I'm saying? We would have conversation with that. The same pertained to him and his feminine. As far as his child's mother, the same circumstances. When I would go to try to disconnect from my child's father, he start acting real phony. You understand? Now, I could talk about this now because we cool, and I always tell him, like, listen, I'm going to speak my truth. So therefore, whatever you did that's going to assist other individuals to get through what they going through, I'm going to relate to them. So they already know, so don't feel like, oh, y'all be talking. No, we like them, we cool. But the same thing, we used to tell each other like, hey, yo, listen, this feels like we are cheaters because we connected with people, living with individuals that we don't love, that we not in a relationship with, but we just trying to play a dynamic for our kids. We was in the same circumstances. But for me, I was able to cut that shit off short quicker than him. For him, he had certain things that he was experiencing that made him feel like he had to stay stuck in a situation. His daughter's health, certain things that came about. You understand? But again, chosen ones, your love don't change for that person. You understand me? And their actions don't change about you. Even in their actions, you're going to see that they try and do the best that they can do based upon the circumstances that they're going through. You understand me? So you're going to know. And we're going to get into that, I promise you, in this afternoon, all right? But listen, I got to get up off here because I do have a few coaching sessions and readings to do. I will have more availability today and Friday, but I have to tell you, chosen ones, my other virtual course is sold out too. All right, so I told y'all it's the 25 for a coaching session. Well, let me correct that. Our course where we on Zoom, we talking like a classroom setting. You have ample time to ask questions too. But if you rather not do a group dynamic, I do have coaching sessions available where you can speak to me on the phone. We go back and forth. You tell me areas you want to focus on, insight that you need, I'll provide for you. If you have questions, I got you, all right? I love you. I'm so proud of you. Like I'm telling you, y'all, it's our times, baby. Ain't no more seeing everybody else in love. You about to have yours. You just got to believe it. And set up your foundation as you preparing and waiting for it. I promise you, all right? I love you. I'm going to upload this live later on my YouTube. Chosen ones. All I really do ask you to do, please subscribe. You don't have to subscribe on TikTok. They don't really pay us for this. That's why I have my business outside of this. You heard me? But chosen ones. By just subscribing. All I ask you, subscribe on the YouTube. Like it or share it to an individual you feel needs to hear this message too, all right? I told you our podcast about to be popping. I'm just waiting for my twin to align a few things because that's the only person I would really want to have partnered with my podcast. You heard me? When I tell you he's fucking intelligent, like everything that I know, because God tells me, he can pull out the information from a book or a document, like out his head. He knows specifically exact. So that's my partner. That's who I'm We got to get this podcast popping. People who ask me what my YouTube is, it's a touch of Badu. But if you ever get confused on what social media sites are mine, if you click the link in my bio, I'm not trying to sell you no shit. If you click the link in my bio and scroll down to YouTube/live replays, you'll get to my YouTube. The same pertaining to Instagram and Facebook, all of that, all right? So I love you so much, chosen ones. Your time's arriving. Be patient. Let these karmics lie, wild out. Let them lie. Let them play themselves. Everything else is playing out for you. I love you so much. Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, you know how to reach me. Also, I will acknowledge everybody who gifted, since I didn't get to acknowledge you on here, just like I did my last video. I'm going to make sure I have your name in one way, shape, or form incorporated with it so people know. So let me actually do this right now. Okay, so imagine. Thank you so much for all of these individuals. And when I upload it, you will see your name posted. Thank you so much. I love y'all, okay? Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, you know how to reach me. Be great.